Hey everybody, it's Ursula and this is my video challenge 60 days, day 2. I figured I'd jump right into my wedding planning on a budget tips. Got a lot of awesome stuff to share from my own experience. I'm 30 days out from my wedding now, and so I'd like to share with you what I've learned so it can help you. My first tip is don't drink the Kool-Aid. What I mean by that is we ladies sit around watching 4 weddings, Say Yes to the Dress, I Dream of Nene, and oftentimes the weddings that are featured on these shows have huge budgets, like 20, 50, sometimes upward of $100,000. And it's key that we remember that their budget is not your budget, okay? Next, I would advise that you make a list of what's important to you. Is it your flowers, your reception? Is it the venue, the quantity of people that you want to come? You want to make sure that all your friends are present. This will be key for you when it's time for you to sit down and make your budget and allocate money here and there. Third, tour different venues before you set your budget. So you want to take a look at different places of all different price points in your area or in whatever area you're planning on having your festivities. This will give you some insight as to what you're looking at. Are you going to be able to afford a venue? First off, it would be pointless for you to set your budget without knowing what's out there and what it is that you want out of a venue. Okay. That being said, set your budget based on your worst case scenario, which means you need to set a home budget and stick to it. It's so important during this process that you're still able to pay all your bills and keep the lights on and keep food in the fridge, and have your excess money to use for your wedding and honeymoon. So set your budget, stick to it. It'll actually even open your eyes up to money that you didn't even know was there every month. If you take the money that you have left over based on your budget and multiply it by the months that you have between the engagement and the festivities, you'll have your overall budget. That way, if you get extra money pitched in from family members, or maybe you get a bonus at work or something like that, it's icing on the cake, and you'll then be able to add extras. But your budget will allow you to get, the necessities for your special day. My last and favorite tip is to negotiate. And on that, I would say use websites like Yelp and Thumbtack.com. I'm not a spokesperson for either of those sites, but they're well known. Yelp is anyway. Thumbtack was my favorite site to work with during this process. And the special thing about it is you go onto this website, it's free. You put out a service that you need, and the different vendors actually come back to you and bid on the job. What's neat about that is they'll tell you all the different services that they include in their pricing. You'll have the opportunity to look at their price and either approve it or not. Just having the different vendors quoting on the same job will give you an apples to apples comparison of what they include and give you a bargaining chip when you finally do find a vendor that you're ready to work with. Do make sure that you check out their website if they have one. Or I would advise that you go with people that have websites so you can check out their work, check out their portfolio, and maybe even meet with them before you sign any contracts or give them any monies. Okay? Say no to expos. Bridal shows, bridal expos are so much fun. They make you feel like a bride, true, but it costs money for these vendors to exhibit there, which means either they're well established and have the money to do that, or they charge a lot of money, which allows them to do that, to exhibit at these expos. So using websites like Yelp and Thumbtack will give you access to different vendors who maybe aren't quite as established as these vendors that you would see at expos, that still do beautiful work at a lower cost. Okay. Lastly, at your venue or with any type of service members, you want to ask for a la carte pricing. That's an itemized price list of everything that they offer or include in their package price. For example, at their venue or at a venue, if wine service is $6 per person, but hors d'oeuvres for a cocktail hour are also $6 per person, and most of your guests aren't wine drinkers, or you have an open bar, so why do you need the wine? Ask the venue if they swap the wine for past hors d'oeuvres instead. many vendors are willing to work with you in swapping like for like, as long as the cost is comparable. The bottom line with negotiation is the worst they can say is no. So ask for what you want and have the wedding of your dreams. All right, so that's all that I have for tonight. Bless you all. Like, add comments, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.